Hello students, this is Professor Faiz Raut from Jain College of Engineering, Department of MBA. I am in revision of Module 4. In this module, we have studied accounting aspects of amalgamation, amalgamation in the nature of merger, amalgamation in the nature of purchase. In methods of accounting for amalgamation, there were two methods we have studied, pooling of interest method and purchase method. And what is consideration? Okay, and how consideration has been calculated using lump sum method, using net asset method, net payment method and intrinsic method. Okay, so accounting for amalgamation, well, this accounting standard 14 deals with the accounting for amalgamation, and it is applicable when the acquired company is dissolved and has ceased to exist as a separate entity and the purchasing company continues with the business of the acquired company. Okay, so in this case, the two companies are there again, acquirer and a target company. The target company will cease to exist. It will stop its what do you say, the name of the target company will go off. Okay, the management will become the management of the acquired company. The owner of the target company will sell the target company to acquirer company, and then the target company will be running under the supervision or under the care of acquired company, and slowly after integration the two companies will become one in the name of acquired company. So that kind of accounting which gets involved is called as accounting for amalgamation. And amalgamation is a combination of two or more companies into a new entity. Okay, so there can be two companies, there can be three or four companies, there can be two or three target companies together which has been acquired by the acquirer company, and all the companies will become one. Okay, so amalgamation is well, it's a scientific word in which for example iron ore and some other metals will be combined together to form one metal which is called as steel. So steel is an amalgamated product of iron and other nickel and other metals. So in this case, two or three companies will be there. They will be amalgamated to form a single company. Okay, then yeah, transferor company, it means target company. Transferee company, it means acquirer company. So it's a just different name. So it should be, you should very well know which is the target company, which is the acquirer company in the numericals, because you will not do any mistakes, because everything will be different for target company and acquirer company, and the treatment of the books of account and the transfer details will be different for target and acquirer. So it is important for you to recognize which is the acquirer and which is the target company. Okay, and amalgamation can be in two types, in the nature of merger and in the nature of purchase. Okay, so next, conditions to be satisfied to call a particular amalgamation a merger. That means which kind of amalgamation can be called as a merger. Okay, if all the assets and liabilities of the transferor company becomes the assets and liabilities of the transferee company. Okay, that means all the assets and liabilities of target company will become the assets and liabilities of acquirer company, then it is a merger. 90% of the shareholders of the transferor company become the shareholders of the transferee company. Okay, and equity shareholders of the transferor company are discharged by the equity shareholders of the transferee company. Okay, what is the transferor company? It is the target company. Transferee company is the acquirer company. Okay, so all the things will be transferred from the target company to the acquirer company. Okay, next is the business of the transferor company is intended to be carried on after the amalgamation by the transferee company. Okay, so the target company's business will be carried on by the acquirer company. Okay, the target company will not get closed down after the acquirer company buys that company. Okay, then it is a merger. Okay, next is no adjustment is intended to be made to book value of the assets and liabilities of the transferor company. Okay, and if any one of the condition is not satisfied above the 5 conditions which I have told you above, any of these 5 conditions doesn't satisfy, then the amalgamation will be called as by the nature of purchase and not by merger. Okay, so next is method of accounting for amalgamation. Accounting for amalgamation can be handled in two ways: pooling of interest method and purchase method. Okay, pooling of interest method. In this balance sheet of both the companies, that is the transferor company and the transferee company, would be combined at book value without revaluing any assets or any creation of goodwill or any creation of liabilities or anything. Just with the book value they will be combined. And second point is the balances of profit and loss account of both the companies would be added or else would be transferred to general reserve account. Okay, so profit and loss, whatever it is, it will be transferred to general reserve account or they will be added together. Okay, next is a purchase method. Purchase method which says net asset value is equal to total assets minus liabilities. Okay, this is how purchase method will be calculated. The assets and liabilities will be valued at their book value or their fair market value, and if the purchase price paid is more than the net assets value, then it is accounted for goodwill, and if the purchase price paid is less, then it is accounted for capital reserve. See, okay, so in pooling of interest method there was no liability or no goodwill or anything like that, but in purchase method there is calculation for goodwill and capital reserves. Okay, next is about consideration. Consideration is the price paid for amalgamation of another company. Okay, so what is consideration? It is the amount which is being paid by the acquirer company to buy the target company, whether it can be in a merger or it can be in a purchase method. Okay, and the price may be paid in the form of issue of securities, payment may be made in the form of cash or any other assets by the transferee company to the shareholders of the transfer company. This is what is consideration. Okay, so in this there are 4 types or 4 methods of calculating consideration. One is lump sum method. Lump sum method is directly total money will be given to target company as a whole. Okay, there is no valuation of the assets or no formalities, nothing will be done. One lump sum amount, maybe 10 crores or 50 crores, will be given to one company and the company will be bought. That is the lump sum method. Next is net asset method. In this agreed value of the assets, including fictitious assets, all the value of the assets and the value of the liabilities will be taken into consideration, and then net assets will be calculated, and accordingly the payment will be done by the transferee company. Okay, and net payment method. In this method, consideration is calculated as the sum of the payments made in the form of shares, securities, cash to the transfer company. Okay, so everything will be taken care. Whereas in the lump sum method, it was only the cash which was given. In the net payment method, the shares which the share exchange ratios what we have done. Okay, the share exchange will be calculated. The securities and the cash, everything will be taken into consideration. The net payment method, and the final one is intrinsic method. In this, the consideration depends on the agreed value of the shares of the transferor company. Okay, so in this case, exchange ratio will be calculated, and the shares of both the transferee and the transferor company, the intrinsic value of those shares will be calculated in order to find out the consideration. Okay, and the next part in this module will be numerical related to accounting entries. When one company is acquiring another company, how will be the accounting entries calculated in the books of account of the acquirer company and the target company. Okay, so that video I'll post it shortly. Okay, after a 5th and the 6th module revision of theory. Okay, so that's it for today. Okay, thank you for listening.